Another beautiful day in South Florida. This morning I will discuss a question that I received, and actually someone just simply asked me to discuss FHA in more detail, and I'll do that today. And we'll start by saying, when you're buying a home, there are options you have. You may have, depending on where you are located and your circumstance, there are some loan products that may be available to you. So I'm not discussing loans in particular, but I'm only simply discussing the types of loan you have available to you. For example, you can purchase the home with conventional loan. You can purchase the loan with FHA. You can purchase a home with VA, a VA loan. And additionally, this is a lesser known product. You can even purchase the home with USDA. So since today we're only going to discuss FHA, I will limit it to strictly FHA. So what is FHA? FHA is federal, it means Federal Housing Administration, meaning FHA. It is part of the Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. FHA does not make loans, but it insures loans. It insures loans on behalf of, it's a government program. It insures loans. While FHA itself does not require any minimum income or any income requirement, it does have certain requirements that must be met. It is designed for low income or first-time home buyer, but it doesn't only apply to low income. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you want to use FHA, you can use FHA. Some of the requirements that FHA has, for example, when you're buying the home must be appraised by an FHA approved appraiser. The home must be considered your primary residence, or at least your intent to make it your primary residence. The property must be inspected by an inspector, and the house must pass some minimum standard that is set by the guidelines. The home cannot be intended for as an investment property per se. The property, when you buy it, because it's owner occupied, the individual who purchased using FHA must move into the property within the first 60 days. Within 60 days after closing, after purchasing the property, the individual must move in to the property. FHA, again, it's a government program. We're going to discuss primarily Section 203B. That is the FHA mortgage loan program that insures 1 to 4 unit family homes. So that means a single family home, a duplex, a triplex, a quad, or a fourplex. All of those can be purchased using FHA. FHA requires a down payment of 3.5% minimum 3.5%. According to the law, FHA only requires a person to have a credit score of 580. However, most banks require higher credit score. Call it overlays. Banks have overlays on certain things because they are the one taking the risk, and if the person defaults, very often they'll have to buy the loan from the secondary market. We'll talk about that in another video. Hopefully someone will be curious enough to ask. So that being said, FHA minimum requirement score, credit score for FHA is 580. But very rarely would you have a lender, any lender, to make a home mortgage loan to a person with less than 620. Currently, that is what it is. Very rarely would you find someone to make a loan, or a lender to make a loan for less than 620. If your credit score is below 500, so between 500 to if it's below 580, between 500 to 579, you are required to put a down payment of 10%. So that's the requirement for that. As far as maximum loan amount, there is a maximum loan amount. It is usually based on the geographical area. There's a maximum that they will loan. In more expensive places, places where the cost of living is higher, you can get a higher amount in those areas. I've already talked. So because it's an insurance program, it insures the loan. It requires what we call MIP. MIP means mortgage insurance premium. When you're buying a property using FHA, in addition to the 3.5% you must put down, there's an additional 1.75% for upfront MIP, meaning that amount, that upfront MIP pays the insurance premium for the first year, because you pay the premium prior to the year, and then thereafter you will pay a balance. You will pay 0.85% based on the balance of the loan each year thereafter for the life of the loan. If you buy an FHA loan and you put less than 10% down, you are stuck with that insurance premium for as long as you own that mortgage. If you put 10% down or greater, then after 11 years, you may request to have that insurance requirement be removed. So that's in some ways a disadvantage. Now, just so to let you know, the 1.75% to pay for the upfront premium, that can, very often, that is financed into the loan. Now, to qualify for an FHA loan, your DTI, when I say DTI, your debt to income ratio, there are two ratios you got to concern yourself with. Two ratios. One is your PD. What is PD? PD refers to principal. So when you buy a property, you're paying the principal, you're paying the interest, and also included in your mortgage payment, you have your tax, your property tax, and your property insurance. And in addition, like I said, so again, PD, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So if you have an FHA loan, that's part of the insurance. So not only do you have homeowners insurance, sometimes depending on where the property is located, you may have flood insurance, and you also have the mortgage insurance. So those three things make up your initial mortgage payment. That amount cannot exceed 31% of your gross income, your gross monthly income. So whatever you make, it cannot exceed 31% of your gross monthly income based on the standard. But again, different lenders may work with you, give you credits here to make that work for you. And as far as your total debt to income ratio, meaning the PD, your mortgage payment plus any other debts you have, student loans, credit cards, car payments, medical bills, all those things combine, your debt to income ratio, your total debt to income ratio cannot exceed 43% of your gross monthly income. That being said, I am well over the time that I expected this to take me, so I won't keep you much longer. I want to say one thing though. I'm not looking for likes. I'm not looking for glorification. The only thing I ask, if you find any of these things that I share with you valuable, I am sharing it with the public. So please, if you know of anybody who might see value or who might find value in anything that I share with you, please feel free to share it. I would greatly appreciate that. And please keep the questions coming, and I will continue to answer those questions. And I will do my best to give you as much information in as little amount of time as I can. This is a long video. It's 10 minutes already. So that being said, I will say enjoy your day, be blessed, and stay safe. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.